Kari Spencer from the Micro Farm Project, and today I want to show you how to dig a planting hole. My house has a bare area in the front and I want to spruce it up with some flowers. I left the flowers sitting out in the area where I want to plant for a few days so they could acclimate, and now we're ready to go. So the first thing I want to do when I'm digging a planting hole is to remove the mulch. So there's a lot of woody mulch here and I don't want that to get into my planting holes. All right, then I'm going to start to dig. This ground is very easy to work. If it was a bit harder, I might need a tool more like this that has some serration. You want to dig a hole that is just as deep and twice as wide as the root ball. Here's the root ball of this plant. And I want to rough it up just a little bit because I don't want those roots to maintain the shape of the transplant container. So I'm going to just set this down in the hole that I made and see if the top of the root ball is level with the surrounding soil. It's a little bit too low, so I'm going to put a little bit of dirt back in there. Just get it nice and level with the surrounding soil. I don't want it to be too high or too low. Make sure that the plant is making good contact with the soil so there's no air pockets. I also like to add a little bit of worm castings to the planting hole, which provides some nutrient. I mixed in some vermiculite. I live in a very dry climate, so I put vermiculite in to help hold moisture. If you live in a very wet climate, then you might want to add some pumice to the bottom of your planting hole to help with drainage. I'm going to stir it in a little bit, put the plant back in, return the soil to the hole, and just gently firm it in. I don't want to press very, very hard because I don't want to smash the root ball. But I do want to firm it in so there aren't any air pockets. Then I can put the mulch right back around it and tuck it in nicely. Now, what if you want to plant a whole bunch of plants, not just one? In that case, I would remove the mulch from the area. I would actually dig down in the dirt and just kind of push it to the side in a large expanse, big enough for all the plants that I want to grow. I'm going to smooth that out a little bit, make it flat. So I'm just going to line a couple of those up here. A couple of these in behind, they're just a little bit taller. These will grow and fill in the space. Right, now I've got them all lined up in here and I can move the soil back around them. Be sure when you're planting multiple plants close together that you get soil in between the root balls so that there aren't any air pockets in those crevices between the plants. All right, I want to make sure that nothing's too high or too low. I've got one plant here that's a little high, so I'm just gonna dig it back out a little bit. Make sure it's nice and level before I put the mulch back on. Be real careful with your plant stems when you're planting. You can rough up the roots a little bit, and it's okay if they lose some leaves, but we want to make sure the stems don't get damaged. Tuck them back in with some mulch. Final step is to gently water them in. You want to make sure that they get nice and moist to give them a really good start. And that's it. Thanks for watching How to Dig a Planting Hole. This is Kari Spencer signing off from the Micro Farm Project. Grow great.